almost 200 years, divers have been scouring the ocean off Broome for one very special treasure, the South Sea pearl oyster. In the early days, divers wore hard hats and huge suits weighing more than 80 kilos. It was dangerous, difficult work, and hundreds died from sharks, cyclones, or in many cases, the bends. But pearl diving has certainly come a long way since these heavy old hard hats. Now Aussie divers have to go through rigorous training and follow a strict set of rules, all of which help to make our Australian industry one of the safest in the world. The hotspot for pearl diving is off 80 Mile Beach near Broome. Divers these days wear lightweight wetsuits and use surface air systems known as hooker compressors. They hold onto a rope and are towed along with the water current, picking up the oyster shells as they spot them under the sand. Each diver can do 9 or 10 drifts a day, and everything is strictly monitored to ensure that every dive is a safe dive. But it wasn't always that way. Pearl divers were dying from the bends right up until the mid-1980s, and there was still no formal regulation in place. So the industry decided to do something about it. They spent the next 10 years researching every aspect of dive safety with the help of a world expert.
We were able to get the benefit of Dr. Robert Wong, who's a world-renowned hyperbaric medicine consultant, and he effectively used a recompression chamber that we brought out from America and tested the various dive levels that we would be operating in specifically at 80 Mile Beach near Broome. And by doing that, he was able to find a better technique for recompressing the divers as they were coming to the surface, but also the surface time that they could be out of the water and in the water for a whole day, and the depths of the water that they were operating.
What Dr. Wong came up with was a unique set of dive tables, which allow pearl divers to safely stay on the bottom for longer. And what that means is divers can now spend the maximum time in the water collecting pearls without worrying about the bends. And so far it's worked, because in 3 years and over 40,000 hours of diving time, there hasn't been one single case of decompression sickness. They also set up a pearl diving code of practice, and every diver must go through a strict induction course and pass a physical before they can even touch the water. It's all about better safety, and along the way, better productivity for Australia's pearl industry, which is worth $200 million a year.
Because the guys are able to spend more time on the bottom, they're able to capture more oysters, and therefore we get a lesser cost per oyster, and that allows us to start the process, which is a 2-year process to get a pearl, ahead of some of our competitors where the cost per unit might be a bit higher.
To learn more about pearl diving and pearl production, phone Pasquale's 1300 number or jump onto their website. In Darwin, you can stay at the Sky City Hotel. It's right on the beach and only minutes from the CBD. The dive safety research was carried out with the help of the Fisheries Research and Development Corporation. Log on to their website for details.